Hey guys, GeekosTech here, and today I'm going to be reviewing an application called Jackie. It's actually called TheJackieButton in the App Store. And what this is pretty much a comedy sort of joke app if you're around some friends you want to have fun. So, when you open it, it has buttons, but you can also, options menu, change the buttons from 9 buttons to 2 buttons. Help screen. Just gives you a little information, and info gives you a little more info. So, here we go. Oops. Right there. Okay, so 68 great jokes with 68 bonus Jackie sounds. Alright, so there's, for the 2-button section, there's all jokes and random everything.
So why didn't the married guy report that his credit cards were stolen? Because the thief was spending so much less than his wife.
So, as you can see, that was a pretty random joke. All these jokes are kind of weird, but, you know, they're funny if you want to have a laugh, and, yeah, so, random everything. Yeah, that was random everything. That was one of the 68 bonus Jackie sounds. Another 68 bonus Jackie sound.
Yeah.
Another one. Alright, so pretty much the random everything button is for Jackie sounds, and all jokes is for his jokes. So let's go back to the 9 button. So now you have the twist, quick reverse, mirrors jokes, quickies, doctor jokes, random everything, random jokes, kids jokes, and burns not jokes. So I'll do one from each.
The nurse goes into the doctor's office and says, "Doctor, there's a man in the waiting room who thinks he's a pretzel." The doctor says, "Send him in. I'll straighten him out."
Alright, so that was one from the twist. These are really random jokes.
What's the most crooked thing in the world? A fart. Well, it's pointed at your feet, but it hits you in the nose. Pew.
Alright, one from Mary's jokes.
A guy walks into a bar looking really unhappy, and the bartender says, "What's up?" The guy says, "I had a fight with my wife, and she told me she's not going to talk to me for a month." The bartender says, "That stinks." The guy says, "You're not kidding. The month is up today." Vacation over.
Alright, so that was a little weird.
Why do they make gold chains? To remind really hairy guys where to stop shaving.
Alright, doctor jokes.
A guy walks into work and both of his ears are all bandaged up. The boss says, "What happened to your ears?" He says, "Yesterday I was ironing a shirt when the phone rang and I accidentally answered the iron." The boss says, "Well, that explains one ear, but what happened to your other ear?" He says, "Well, I had to call the doctor."
Alright, that was a random doctor joke. And that was another random sound.
A woman takes a final look at her husband just before his wake, and she says to the funeral director, "You know, Charlie looks great, but I'm so worried about his toupee sliding down. I know it would just break his heart if his toupee slid down." The funeral director says, "Don't worry about a thing, lady." 2 days later, the funeral's over, and the woman says to the funeral director, "Charlie's toupee stayed right in place the whole time. I can't thank you enough. By the way, what'd you do to keep it in place?" He says, "I stapled it on."
That must have hurt.
What's the most crooked thing in the world? A fart. Well, it's pointed at your feet, but it hits you in the nose. Pew.
Alright, so we heard that one before. There are some repeats to this app, but otherwise not too bad.
Why don't elephants pick their noses? Where are you going to hide a 6-foot booger? Hang it up? I don't know.
Alright, guys, that's it for the jokes today. So yeah, that's pretty much what this app is. It's not a regular app, I'll just say that. It's a random, sort of entertaining, fun app. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. And, yeah. So, subscribe, rate, comment for more app reviews, SDK tutorials, and a whole lot more.